Hi everybody, it's Mark DiTargiani and welcome to the second of 3 videos that you'll receive from me. I wanted to tell you a little story today, a story about one of my clients and how she learned to stop selling and start letting people buy. And soon after we started working together, she had a big meeting with CEO of a company who could be a significant amount of revenue for her. And we had worked a little bit on her pitch and how she was going to address the meeting. But when she got there, which was a breakfast meeting, and they met at a small breakfast place, she found that she was a little bit nervous. And instead of following some of the direction that we had talked about, she launched right into her pitch while coffee was being served. And luckily, the CEO said, hold on, I would love to just talk a little bit and I want to learn about your business, but let's get to know each other a little bit. Let's spend some time. So over coffee, they talked a little bit about their backgrounds and their families and where they came from. And then as the bacon and eggs was being served, my client decided, since there was a pause, this was a great time to dive back into the pitch. And she even pulled out the printed PowerPoint that she had brought with her. And again, the CEO said, hey, hold on. I want to tell you a little bit more about my company. So the CEO started to tell her about some of the challenges that he was having in the company and really giving her a lot of the information that she needed to ultimately get him to buy, because the solution that she was selling was perfect for the need that this particular client had. So as the breakfast evolved and the CEO began to finish with the story, there was the opportunity for my client to go in, and she had calmed down a little bit and started asking some great questions and really following up with some of the things that he had said and really being curious about the things that the CEO was talking about. So at the end of the meeting, the CEO said, you know what? I'm gonna use you guys, and we're gonna use your solution, but it's not gonna be for another 4 or 5 months because we don't have the budget for it this year. It's gonna have to be next year. My client then said, well, how do I follow up with you? And the CEO said, don't worry, don't call us, we'll call you. Now, I know as salespeople, when you hear that, it gets you kind of worked up and say, ooh, I gotta follow up. But I coached my client to trust this guy. And sure enough, about 5 months later, he reached out to her and gave her the PO that she needed to use her solution to solve the problem that the CEO had. So they had a follow-up breakfast after the implementation of the solution, and the CEO sat down with my client and actually had some fun with her, said how much he had enjoyed trying to keep her off guard and keep her off of her pitch. And what he said was, you know, as the CEO, I understand what I need for my company, and really what I want is to be educated, and I want people to tell me about what their solution is, but really I want to get to know people and see if it's somebody that I trust and somebody I can do business with. So that day, the CEO said, you know, you should stop trying to sell people and just let them buy. And when she came back and told me that, we laughed, because that's what the soul-centered selling process is about. It's know, like, trust, buy. It's about getting people to align with you around the solutions, not forcing people into something or selling something people don't need, but really coming from your authentic self and having a clear understanding of what your client's problems are and how your needs and solutions can help them fix that. And ultimately, that's what we're doing. We're helping people. So thank you for spending the time with me today. Look forward for my 3rd video tomorrow. Have a great day.